Insects, they're everywhere. And while some can be downright creepy, like those big hairy spiders that live in your garage, there's no denying that insects are pretty amazing. Hey there, welcome to my channel. I sure do love me some creepy crawlies. Some insects are super strong, like the cockroach, which can lift 1,000 times its own body weight. Other insects are excellent builders, constructing elaborate homes out of silk or wood. And still others can fly backwards, which is a handy skill when you have a big mean bird looking like it wants to eat you. There are more than 1 million described species of insects out there, and they come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. But did you know that many insects are also master engineers? They use tools, build structures, and even design clever ways to capture their prey. Today we'll be exploring just a few examples of nature's tiny engineers at work. Leafcutter ants are named for their habit of cutting up leaves and carrying them back to their colony, where the ants use the leaves to grow fungus gardens that they eat. Each leafcutter ant has a specialized role in the colony. There are soldiers whose job it is to defend the nest, workers who forage for food, and the queen whose primary responsibility is laying eggs. Because leafcutter ant colonies can contain hundreds of thousands of ants, that means there are lots of ants out foraging. And each one is carrying a leaf that's many times larger than its own body. The ants work together to cut the leaves into manageable pieces that they can carry back to the colony. Once the leaves are cut, the ants form a convoy and march in single file to their destination. The entire colony is moving all the time, with ants coming and going from the nest, each carrying a piece of the green. Orb spiders are famous for their beautiful webs. These webs are more than just a place for the spider to hang out. They're a tool for catching prey. Orb spiders typically build new webs every day, and each web is a little different. The spider will adjust the web's size and shape based on the amount of space available and the type of prey it's trying to catch. When an insect gets caught in the web, the spider quickly wraps the struggling insect in silk, immobilizing it so that the spider can eat it. The spider's also able to sense danger through vibrations in its web. If the spider feels a vibration that it recognizes as a threat, it'll run away as fast as it can. Some insects construct their homes out of silk, while others prefer wood. The mud dauber wasp gets its name from its habit of collecting mud and daubing it onto the inside of a hollow reed or other plant stem. The mud dauber wasp is a solitary creature, so it only needs to build a nest for itself. Once it's found a suitable reed, it starts gathering mud, which it uses to plug the opening of the reed and create separate chambers inside. The chambers are where the wasp will lay its eggs and store pollen and nectar that it'll use to feed its young. Mud daubers are good parents. They make sure there's enough food for their young, and they also protect their nest from intruders. Humans may be the only creatures on Earth that build structures out of concrete and steel, but we aren't the only ones who build structures. Insects have been building structures out of natural materials long before humans ever existed. Whether it's a spider spinning a web to catch its dinner, an ant building an enormous anthill for its colony mates, or a wasp creating a cozy home for its eggs, insects are truly nature's tiny engineers. Speaking of cozy homes, it's time for us to build a birdhouse. Birdhouses aren't just for birds, you know. You can make one for your backyard. See if you can spot a birdhouse in this clip. Can you see it? It's right here. It looks like a cozy place to live. If you want to attract birds to your yard, put up a birdhouse. Just make sure it's the right size for the kind of bird you want to attract. You should also clean it out once a year. Birds like their homes to be clean, too. Insects are such a fascinating part of our world. Do you have a favorite insect? Let me know in the comments section below. And remember, if you want to learn more about the amazing world around us, you can do it here.